Welcome to Realms of Reality News, where today's stories are truthful, uplifting, and grounded. Let's begin.
Fashion may soon become far more than just fabric. Around the world, designers and technology companies are unveiling a new generation of smart clothing, wearable fashion that can interact with the human body and the environment. Some futuristic fabrics can automatically change color depending on temperature or sunlight. Others contain tiny sensors woven directly into the material that can monitor heart rate, stress levels, posture, and even hydration. At fashion events in cities like Paris, Milan, and Tokyo, models recently showcased glowing dresses powered by flexible microbatteries and jackets that adjust their insulation automatically based on body heat. Experts believe smart textiles could eventually change sportswear, healthcare, military uniforms, and everyday fashion. Some companies are even experimenting with AI-powered clothing that responds to mood and movement in real time. What once sounded like science fiction is now stepping onto real-world runways, proving the future of fashion may actually be alive. Deep beneath the icy waters of the Arctic and Antarctic lives one of the ocean's strangest little creatures. They're called sea angels. These tiny floating mollusks drift through the ocean using wing-like fins that make them appear to fly underwater. Their transparent bodies glow softly in sunlight, giving them an almost alien appearance. But despite their peaceful name, sea angels are actually skilled hunters. Using hooked tentacles hidden inside their heads, they capture and feed on small sea snails known as sea butterflies. Scientists are especially fascinated by how these delicate creatures survive in some of the harshest environments on Earth, including freezing polar waters. Researchers are now studying sea angels to better understand climate change, because the tiny animals are extremely sensitive to changes in ocean temperature and acidity. Some species are no larger than a human thumbnail, yet they may hold important clues about the future health of Earth's oceans. Tiny, beautiful, and surprisingly fierce, sea angels are proving that some of nature's most extraordinary creatures are also its smallest. In a world dominated by smartphones, streaming, and artificial intelligence, something unexpected is happening. People are turning back to old-fashioned living. Across the globe, younger generations are rediscovering vintage skills and slower lifestyles once thought outdated. Sales of vinyl records continue to rise. Handwritten journals and fountain pens are making a comeback. More families are learning home baking, sewing, gardening, woodworking, and even film photography. In cities like London and New York City, analog clubs are growing in popularity, places where people switch off their phones and spend hours reading, crafting, or simply talking face-to-face. Experts believe many people are craving something modern technology cannot fully provide: calmness, authenticity, and real human connection. Even younger creators on social media are embracing vintage aesthetics from the 1950s, 1970s, and 1980s, turning old traditions into modern trends. Ironically, in the most digital age in human history, the past is suddenly starting to feel new again.
This day in history, a moment that shaped the world we know today. Let's take a look.
On this day in 1927, a young pilot named Charles Lindbergh climbed into a small aircraft called the Spirit of St. Louis and took off from New York. His mission sounded almost impossible: fly alone across the Atlantic Ocean non-stop. For 33 exhausting hours, Lindbergh battled fatigue, darkness, storms, and freezing temperatures while navigating entirely by basic instruments and instinct. Then, on May 21st, he landed safely in Paris to massive crowds and worldwide celebration. The flight transformed aviation forever. Suddenly, the world felt smaller, and long-distance air travel no longer seemed impossible. Lindbergh became an international hero overnight, and his daring journey inspired a new age of global aviation that would eventually connect continents like never before.
You've been watching RR News. In a world full of noise, choose clarity. We'll be here, shining the light when it matters most. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, and keep seeking truth. Good night.